Hello, today I'm going to show you how to add players from the eFootball converted database to PES 2021. And if you're in the eFootball group, you can download it here. This is the file that you need. If not, then you can go to EvoWeb. I've also uploaded it here. And you can go to the collaborative database, which is, you can search for it here by just typing in collaborative database. I'm just going to use this to get there quicker. If you go to the second page, I've downloaded, or I've put the link here, and this is also the same file. And this just shows you some of the latest players that have been added here. The IDs 165144 is the most recent ID, so that means it's up to date as of August or end of August. And yeah, you just want to find some players that you want to add to your game, I guess, that you couldn't add before. So here are a few players that have new IDs. And I'm just going to use Traore from Sheffield, and you just want to copy his ID. So we're just going to we're going to try and find him in the actual game just to see if he's already in there. And after that, we're going to make sure that we can add him if he isn't. So it's called B Traore, and it's not this player because this is a different position. The one we're looking for is a striker. So as you can see, there's only one striker called Traore, and it's not the one we're looking for. So that means he's not in the database, and we're going to try and add him. So what you need is to have the premium version of eJuxi editor, and you can basically give a donation here, and then this lets you load edit files without needing the database files. You can do it through the binary database files, but it's a lot harder because you need to use dummy files for all of these other database files, and if you don't have access to those from like a patch or something, then it's going to be kind of difficult. But anyway, you load your edit file, and the CSV that you download from the database looks like this. So just to do Traore, you need to copy his ID while we wait for this to load, and we're going to find him. And I've made my database version all uppercase, but the one in the link is actually just the default one where it has lowercase as well. And then you click on this to select the whole row, and you can do Control C, or you can do this. And then you need to have an Excel file. I just called mine dummy just so I know that it's an empty file that I can overwrite. And what you need to do is all of these table headers at the top. So first you copy that. You copy the headers from here. You copy this, put it at the top of your file, and then this will be the same every single time you add a player. So you just leave this, right? So you'll have some random player, you can delete this, right? And I wanted to find Traore, so we're going to do it. So yeah, we did this before, but we're just going to copy it. And your file will look like this, and then you can paste it in. And now you can just keep this, you just save it, so just save and close. There's IDs 164630. Once this is loaded, you click on players, new 164630. If I click apply and he's already in the database, it'll give me an error, but because he's not in the database, it allows me to create this dummy player, and that's why I call it dummy, the other file, because when you create a new player in this program, it calls it dummy. Now I'm just going to open it, and this is using the eFootball stats directly, so there's no conversion of the stats. I have my personal conversion, I just remember this, but for strikers, you can usually just add 4 to every stat or add 5 to every stat. That will work in general for most players, but centre backs and strikers are slightly different. So I'm just going to do this for a striker, and you can see his rating is 71, and he wasn't a 71 when we imported him because of the eFootball stats not being converted properly. And I'm just going to do this by hand. Some people have a script to do this, but this is how you basically do it. So it's add 5 to everything, and then it adds 7 to all the offensive stats, sorry. And this will be approximately correct, so he's 72, which is fine. And now to add him, so just go to transfers, and in my patch, on my edit file, I have Sheffield United in the correct location. Whoops. You can also use the ID here instead of typing in the name. And just got to make sure, there's a lot of B Traorés, got to make sure we get the right one. So it's going to be this one because it's got the highest ID number. It's sorted by ID, so here you see 108, 133, 136. So it's going to be the last one. And you click this arrow to add him to this team. Make sure this is ticked. So when you click this, it goes to the team A. And then you hit save. When you go into the edit file, the player's not going to have a mini face because it's a very new ID, and the game doesn't have a mini face in the like the game files by default. And you can add one yourself. I'm just going to show you quickly how I do that. So usually I use FIFA. So this won't be up to date because this is last year's images and the kits will be old, but you can still do this. Yeah, you should be able to still do this. I can find him. Maybe he's not been added to the game yet. Okay, so he joined Sheffield so recently, he's not even in the game on FIFA. We'll just see where he was before. Maybe we can find him. Okay, so this team is in, his old team is in FIFA, and as you can see, he has a face here. He's called Benny Traoré, and I think it was this guy. Yeah. What we want to do is just save image as. I'm just gonna save this somewhere. You can save it as a PNG immediately. And then you go DDS to PNG, or PNG to DDS, sorry. In the meantime, we're going to check this new player, see what he looks like. So we're going to go to Sheffield. He should have a... This is him, as you can see. He's been added to the game correctly. And if I go to the teams, he won't have a mini face. See, it's going to be blank. And this is him here, we're just going to give him number 11. And while we wait for this, we're going to put the face we just downloaded. So we're just going to type in the name. Okay, here it is. You use the ID. The ID is better. You're going to click convert, and this is converting the PNG you downloaded from SoFIFA. I'm just going to rename it so I can remember it. Once you have it downloaded, you want to put it in. So I have a separate folder where I put it, but you can basically put it where your file or installed faces are. So for me, this is in the live CPK folder of my installation for PES. So I just pasted it in twice so I can find him immediately, because when you put it in once, you have to scroll through to find it, and then when it asks you to overwrite it, it takes you to immediately. And now, if I go over here, as you can see, he has a face. So this is perfect, and that's basically how you add a player with a mini face to PES 2021 from the eFootball database. Hopefully you found this useful, and leave some comments if you need some help.